Hi, my name is Jason, and I've been selling online and on Amazon since 2013. We're here today in WorldFirst office to share a bit with you about how you can also get online as a seller. Before we started selling on Amazon, we actually considered opening an F&B outlet, and that would have easily cost at least $250,000, and that just to serve a neighborhood of maybe 5,000 or 10,000 people. Compare that to the opportunity with Amazon, which has over 300 million customers worldwide, and just in the US alone, it's over 180 million customers with a rental of a mere $39.99 a month. We have a simple philosophy when it comes to shortlisting potential products. We like to look for things with good customer demand, but with a supply gap, where there is either low or weak competition or no competition at all. And so we come in and we identify those gaps and we provide products to meet that customer demand. We use a couple of tools to do that now. Over the last 4 years, I've tried almost every tool out there in the marketplace, and right now I only depend on two primarily to do all my market research and analysis, and that's the Helium 10 suite of tools and also Viral Launcher's 3 tools that come in a package. These are some of the qualities I look for when I shortlist a potential supplier. Number one, their communication. They have to be prompt in their communication, and when I ask questions, I want them to be direct, answer the questions honestly and not try to beat around the bush or twist and turn their way out of a difficult question. Number two, once I get some information from them, I want to see that their pricing is reasonable. I don't necessarily go for the cheapest pricing because oftentimes that is just a road to get the cheapest and lowest quality product. So I look for reasonable pricing. And number three, I'll ask them to send 1 or 2 samples over, either to my agents in China, who will then consolidate my samples and send them to me, and we'll have a look at them and see if we're happy with the quality. So communication is number one, and then pricing should be reasonable, competitive, and number three, product quality should be good. Let's talk about a brand name for a second. If you already have an existing brand name, then that's not an issue, but many new sellers often overlook the importance of a brand name. They start off with something without realizing that whatever name they choose has to be trademarkable, I call it. I don't think that's a proper word, but it has to be able to be trademarked in future. So that's something very important to look out for. You can do free trademark searches and also make sure that you can register the .com domain name, the Facebook page name, Instagram account name, Pinterest username, etc. So very key to starting and building something for the long term is to think of and register a usable brand name. If you've sold on eBay or your own e-commerce site or other platforms or marketplaces, you might be familiar with having to spend lots of time packing your customers' orders and then shipping them out. So the good thing about selling on Amazon is they have an FBA program, which stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. And what you do with FBA is you send your goods to Amazon and they'll warehouse it for you, and then when orders are made on the Amazon platform, Amazon's the one who will collect the payment. They'll take your products and they'll deliver it to the customer, and then they pay you. So they handle all of the heavy lifting. To open an Amazon seller account, it's pretty simple. You'll need a credit card, and then they'll ask you to do something they call SIV, Seller Identity Verification. So typically they'll ask you to upload pictures or scans of a couple of documents, which could be your national photo ID or your passport picture or cover page, or something like your bank statement, utility bill. So just have those handy if Amazon wants to verify that you are not a scammer or spammer. Another thing you'll want to have set up is a way to get your funds transferred back from the marketplace to your local bank account if you're in 2 different countries. So Amazon can transfer your earnings directly into your local bank account, but they require that be in your local currency. So for example, if I sell on Amazon.com, my earnings are in the US dollar, but because I'm based in Singapore, Amazon will only pay out to me in Sing dollars if it's paid to my Singapore bank account. So what I use is a third-party transfer service such as WorldFirst, and how that works is I set up an account with WorldFirst and I have a virtual US bank account. I put those bank account details into my Amazon account to receive payouts from. Every 2 weeks, Amazon will transfer my earnings into my WorldFirst virtual account, and then from there, I log into my WorldFirst account and have that transferred back into my local bank account in Singapore. The good thing about that is that WorldFirst has a much better spread or transfer rate compared to Amazon's Forex rate. One of the keys to succeeding on a marketplace like Amazon is to understand that Amazon is a catalog and a search engine for millions of products. And so when you list something on Amazon, it's going to be far back on the last few pages of that giant catalog. The key then is to know how to get your listings to rank on page 1 when somebody searches a particular search term or keyword phrase on Amazon. A couple of ways to optimize your listing to rank well would be, number 1, identify 3 to 5 main search terms that you want to rank well for, and then make sure that these are incorporated into your product listing title. The other thing is to run Amazon sponsored ads on those same keywords, and so you hit those keywords with like a left-right punch in the title and also with your Amazon sponsored ad. Let me wrap up with a couple of tips. Number 1, educate yourself. Find 2 or 3 reliable sources that you can learn from. I would recommend that you have a look at my blog at jasontayonline.com, where I've listed down or curated most of the sources that I refer to that I found to be reliable and proven over the years. Number 2, take action. I can't emphasize this enough. I've trained and met so many people, and this is the number 1 hindrance to them taking off. Just like you can't ever learn to swim by reading a book. You can read like all the books on swimming, study all the theories of swimming, but until you jump in the pool or into the sea, you'll never actually swim. And so it's the same with an e-commerce business. You have to take action. Get in there, open your Amazon account, open your WorldFirst account, start sourcing for products, looking around, order a sample, and then you'll get going.